Hey everybody, welcome back to the Turnout. I am your host Aloy. Don't forget to check out usaaudiences.com for special event and movie screening invites. Hopefully that stuff will actually start going back in the new year. But welcome everybody who is here on a wonderful Sunday afternoon. They just did this awesome thing that they do every year for Disney, but they just had the D23 conference. The Disney Investors Conference, and there were so many things announced at this. It's hard even to just kind of. This is going to be I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we're going to kind of go through all of the major announcements. I'm not going to touch on everything, but there were a lot of really huge things. Now, and a lot of things are ones that we expected and that we knew about. Other things were kind of like, oh, wow, that's kind of interesting and cool. And even other things were like, oh, I don't know what that is. So I guess we'll have to see what happens when it comes out. It's hard to gauge when somebody's like, oh, well, we're going to have this brand new show. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, that's cool. I don't know what that is. So I mean, I guess we'll just have to see what that is when it comes out. But I mean, I mostly trust a lot of the producers and stuff that come out of Disney and Marvel and Pixar and all of that stuff. I mean, I know that they make good stuff. So a lot of the time you can be like, cool, that sounds fun. And there you go. Last year we actually did go over the big Marvel announcements, but this year I kind of wanted to include some of the others because there's a lot of really fun things happening here. So this is the article. If you want to follow along or anything, the the link is in the description, and this is to d23.com. So they did come out and they kind of started talking about, oh wow, all of our companies that we own and we're doing really, really well. I mean, so okay, that's fine. They announced this star thing, which is going to be how they're going to start releasing stuff to international markets. So that's cool. I'm wondering why only international, and my thought is because of stars here in the US. And I don't know if how that stuff goes over the other places, but there's Star and then there's going to be Star Plus. You guys can look that stuff up. So now we're getting into the Disney things. Okay, so there's going to be Beauty and the Beast working title. It says here it's going to be new music composed. So this is going to be pretty huge, right? So they're going to be working on a new Beauty and the Beast. They're going to be reimagining Swiss Family Robinson, and additionally, they're developing Percy Jackson and the Olympians based on the book. And I actually knew about the Percy Jackson, that they were going to be working on that as a new TV series instead of the movies, which weren't very loyal to the book. But maybe the TV series will do better in that respect. So we'll have to see. But no, I was pretty excited to hear that, now it's official. Like there's been a lot of, rumors and stuff. It looks like here also for live action series, Mighty Ducks Game Changers. So a Mighty Ducks TV show? Okay. Turner and Hooch, which that's just weird. That's such an old property to kind of try to bring back. Big Shot, a celebrity girl power, a celebration of girl power set in the world of high school basketball with John Stamos and Yvette Nicole Brown. I like both of those people, so I'm sure that that's going to be fun. And the Mysterious Benedict Society, which is so that's based on a book series that I've never heard of, but it has Kristen Shaw on it, so I'll be happy to see that. I'm going to skip over the National Geographic stuff because I don't necessarily watch that stuff. But going to Hulu, Handmaid's Tale is going to get its 5th season that has been officially renewed. For me, I think I stopped watching it about halfway through the 3rd. I think I had just filled my depression cup. I just wasn't able to watch it anymore. It was just one of those things. But I mean, it's beautifully acted, so I'm happy that they're going to keep going with the show. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe we'll go back and we'll try watching the 3rd season again. But it had just gotten to a point where I was like, oh my Nicole Kidman's going to be in a new show called Nine Perfect Strangers. Okay, cool. Nicole Kidman's okay. FX, which is also owned by Disney, just renewed It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia for 4 new seasons. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what else these people are going to do. I love the show, and I hope that they keep going strong because I'm not going to say that every season is better than the last. I do like saying that about shows, but it's not necessarily true for this show. But the last season was very, very strong. So I'll say that. They're also working on a new Alien TV show, and says that they are also working on a Shogun TV show. So, I mean, these are big things. And these things could be amazingly cool. Again, it's going to be a matter of let's see if they come out. So, this was obviously what a lot of people were waiting for. Lucasfilms, the Star Wars stuff. So, big thing. They're coming out with a Obi-Wan Kenobi star. It's an Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and it's going to be starring Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. So, first off, that's amazing. I remember when I actually heard about it just like a day ago, and I was like, "What?" It's I think that them coming back, I think is going to really show people that like they're really good actors. Like I never blamed them, the actors, for for the prequels. A lot of the time it was the writing. They had terrible material to work with. And Hayden Christensen, I've seen him in stuff since, and he's a good actor. Ewan McGregor obviously is an amazing actor. So, I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm excited for Obi-Wan Kenobi because I'm hoping that it's really gonna show them off. And then 2 series set in the Mandalorian era are going to be Rangers of the New Republic and an Asuka TV show. So you know what? That was clever of them to hide some backdoor pilots for Rangers of the New Republic and Asuka. So that was or Ahsoka. I'm trying to say it like it's Japanese, but it's Star Wars, so it's Ahsoka. Sorry about that. But no, I think that it's really interesting that because everybody, when the episode of The Mandalorian with Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka came on, everybody was like, "Oh my God, she did amazing!" And then for them to come back, bam! Guess what? It's going to be a whole brand new show with just her. See, that's really cool. I think that that's going to be a great show, and I think that she pulled it off really well. I don't know how it's going to work with her as like a main character, but I mean, she was definitely a great supporting character, and I know there's a lot of hype around it. Rangers of the New Republic is going to be interesting, just because I don't find that the Republic characters so far have been all that interesting. But since one of the main characters in The Mandalorian just became a marshal of the New Republic, I assume that that's going to connect there. So there you go. They're also going to be working on Andor, Star Wars The Bad Batch, Star Wars Visions, a Lando TV show, The Acolyte, and a droid story. So much coming out for Star Wars. And I think that this is honestly the best way to do it. I think The Mandalorian is getting so many rave reviews and it's so good. Like, so many people are saying, like, seriously, all of the Star Wars stuff should be as good as The Mandalorian. So if they focus on that, this will be the way that they can do that, is have a lot of the same creators, a lot of the same, people, and releasing it on Disney Plus allows them to because that's the thing about a TV series versus a movie. A movie is you have to tell a very concise story. It has to fit within a certain time frame. With a thing like a TV show, you can definitely you can spread out the story. You give a lot more time to really dive into these characters. And I mean, I think that that's the most important thing, is that's what a TV show allows you to do versus a movie. So a lot of people are like, when's the next movie? And it's just like, I do prefer TV for that specific reason. Unless you then get to the point where it's like, oh, now we have tons of filler episodes because, like, oh, we have to do this many episodes, but we only have this much story, but this many episodes, and then that sucks. But we'll see what happens. Madness Arcade, good to see you in here. Let's see. Is the main Star Wars storyline done? Because shouldn't they have announced a Star Wars 10 or 9, the last movie, and now they want to focus on other characters? I think that the Star Wars or the Skywalker saga, I think, is done. I don't think that they're going to do any more with the Skywalker chronicles or whatever. We really did follow that family from the beginning to the end now. All of the actual Skywalkers are dead at this point, so now would be the time to branch off and start talking about other characters. So I'm all for, again, Andor, the Bad Batch, Visions, Lando, Acolyte, the droid story. So Lando is kind of an extension of the Star Wars Chronicles, of the and actually kind of Ahsoka is as well, but those are more kind of offshoots from the Skywalker stories. But I'm hoping that the rest of these are even better. And the idea of a droid story, I think that one sounds really, really fun, because there's a lot of story to be had when you're talking about droids. And I'm hoping that I just realized how small this was on my screen. And I'm hoping that that's going to end up really mattering in the world of Star Wars, because what ends up happening a lot is that droids are played for laughs, or droids, but there's like ethical questions there with droids. I'll stop though, because I already make ethical videos on here. So, but yes, I'm very excited about that. Also, the fact that they're going to be revisiting Willow with Warwick Davis now again. He's coming back. That's really awesome. So very, very cool to see that. There's going to be, and the Rogue Squadron movie is what they're working on, and it's going to be directed by Patty Jenkins, who did Wonder Woman. So I mean, all around good stuff, even though that's 2023. It's just great to see the kind of the roadmap that they have before us. Like this is what we're going to be doing. I think it's going to be really cool, and I'm always excited about the Star Wars IP specifically. But yeah, so anyway, I think that it also says here that a new Indiana Jones. Okay, that's going to be interesting. But it's also going to be directed by Taika Waititi. Oh, well, that's going to be great then. And then a Children of Bone and Blood, based on a best-selling novel, which I've never seen. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, there's just a whole lot going on right here, though, guys. Like, it's a ton, and I kind of love it. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, especially Willow, because Willow's a movie from my childhood right here. Bam. Oh, no, that's bad. Yeah, let's not do that. Willow is from like my childhood. I watched that movie a million times. I was a big Val Kilmer fan, and still kind of am. But I love Val Kilmer, so I watched Willow a ton. So to hear that they're bringing it back, that is actually pretty exciting. Now we're on to the Walt Disney Studios stuff. They are working on a Hocus Pocus 2. Oh my gosh. What? See, so I do have a thing with making sequels to movies that came out decades ago. That is a little weird. I like the idea of rebooting a series. Like if you reboot a series and then you can then work, sequels off of that. But like, I'm sure it's going to have some sort of, precedent, because, already the story is about witches that have been locked away and now they're being reawoken, in modern times, back in 1993, modern back then. So, and they were just sealed away again, if I recall, at the end of that movie. So to have them just come out again, I think that's cool. And all of the actresses are still around. Hopefully they're on board. Bette Midler was great. Kathy Majimi is awesome. And Sarah Jessica Parker. So if they can get all three of them, I'm on board. I'll watch it. Reboots of 3 Men and a Baby, Cheaper by the Dozen, and a new Sister Act film. That was the big one. That one was the big one. Produced by Tyler Perry, with Whoopi Goldberg coming back. A new Sister Act movie. Like, Sister Act 1 was like, that was a game changer. That was an amazing movie. Sister Act 2 was not as good, but also helped to launch the career of Lauryn Hill. Nobody knew about Lauryn Hill before that movie, but it had its own charm and whatnot. And honestly, I think that the story was kind of done at that point, but I'm always excited to see what they come out with when it comes to like, a lot of people are like, oh, another sequel. They're just trying to bleed this one dry. But no, like, I want to know what they want to do. I mean, and if they come out and they do the thing and it's not good, well, then that's a whole other conversation. But I always want to see what people can do with a reboot or a sequel or something to that effect. Also, 3 Men and a Baby. 3 Men and a Baby is with Zac Efron, and I do like Zac Efron, so that'll be good. But 3 Men and a Baby is one of those movies that it has a lot of charm, but also is very dated. So it'll be interesting to see how they do a new version of that. So going back real quick to the comments here, Madness Arcade, you are, you're in here, so thank you. Anybody else who's here, feel free to comment, and I'll read them as we go along. Madness Arcade, I was referring to Ben and Ray since Luke passed down the mantle. I mean, technically, not all are Skywalkers. I mean, so yeah, so they're not all the Skywalkers are technically, but really, like, they passed down the mantle, and they took that mantle and made 3 movies out of it. And I don't think that they necessarily need to continue that storyline. If anything, I think Ahsoka has taken the mantle better than Ray, I think, ever could. We'll see, though. We'll see. I would love to see what happens going forward, because even the Mandalorian and all that stuff, those are kind of taking now. We're kind of going backwards in the timeline, and we're looking back at parts of the story that have already been told, but we didn't see these, edges of the story. But I would actually really like to see a continuation of the Star Wars universe, bring in the Yuzang Vong. Let's do that. I mean, I like the idea of the Yuzang Vong. Not everybody does. And then you also said, I'm probably the only one who was excited for the Lion King and Beauty of the Beast prequels. We haven't gotten there. Stop it. But yes, the Beauty and the Beast prequel, it sounds like it's going to be good. It could be good. Lion King prequel, maybe. But that's actually what we're about to talk about. So they are making a bunch of stuff here. They're going to be doing Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. They're going to be doing a new Pinocchio starring Tom Hanks. That's going to be interesting. Peter Pan and Wendy starring Jude Law as Captain Hook. Yeah, I could dig on that. And then, Yara Shahidi as Tinkerbell. That's going to be cool. I do like Yara Shahidi. And then Disenchanted, which is a sequel to Enchanted. So, I mean, they are really pulling out all of the stops here. Like, they are like, what are all of our most precious things? Let's remake them, or let's give them a sequel. They're like, we have Disney Plus. Let's go ahead and make it happen. I mean, Disney is really going all out with this new streaming service, because what ends up happening is that, like, Netflix is around and it's a powerhouse, and Netflix loses money every year. They're worth so much money, but they're still losing money every year, especially now with all of these other streaming services coming out and stealing potential subscribers, because people are like, well, I only have enough money to subscribe to one or the other. I guess I had to pick this one. And with all of this stuff, I believe most of this stuff is going to be coming to Disney Plus. That I feel like that really is such a strong selling point for the years to come, that you're going to be able to, even if you can't only get it on Disney Plus, but the fact that you can get it first on Disney Plus, exclusively on Disney Plus, it's going to really make it so that Disney Plus does become a reason to get it, and will make it so that Disney does not start to lose money every year. I haven't really looked at their numbers and stuff for the last couple of years, but I want to see. So now we go to live action biographical. That's such a weird word. It's a biography. Biographical. There you go. Biographical. I don't know. Did I say it right the first time? Maybe I did. I don't know. Words are dumb. So they're going to be doing an NBA one for Giannis. Oh my gosh, I will not be able to do that one. But they're going to be doing a bunch of stuff like here. But the prequel to The Lion King and The Little Mermaid. See, Madness Arcade, you didn't mention a Little Mermaid. I'm excited for that one. I'm a big fan of The Little Mermaid, much more than Beauty of the Beast or The Lion King. So, also, Raya and the Last Dragon is going to debut March 2021. Here's some screenshots. That looks pretty cool, actually. Oh, wow. Oh, they're using a Kieran. Oh, wow. Maybe I need to go watch that trailer. As a rule, and you'll notice that I've been skipping over some of the trailers and stuff. As a rule, I usually skip trailers. My brain is wired that if I see something in a trailer, then my brain starts concocting the story for me, as opposed to me being able to enjoy the movie when I watch it. My brain is then just waiting for the scenes that I've already seen to happen. So it's a little weird in here. So there you go. So yeah, so there's that. And then oh, that's right. So then they're going to be coming out with a Tiana TV show. Very excited about the Tiana TV show. Almost as exciting as the Moana TV show. Moana being my very favorite Disney animated movie. It just is. It's the best one. They've come out with others, and others are good, like Zootopia, like not Baymax. That's not the name of the other one. Now I can't remember the name of the other one now, because all I'm focusing on is Baymax. But those movies are good. But Moana is the best. Moana is the best Disney animated movie. Maybe I'll make a top 10 Disney animated movies list so you guys can see where my brain goes. But like Tangled was amazing for a long time. That one was like at the top of my list because they just did a really good job with that. But Moana, that's my jam right there. But also it says here, Iwaju is going to become, it's a collaboration with Pan-African comic book entertainment Kugali. Okay. I would love to see some more representation on here. And if it's going to be like an African sort of animated show, I'm all for that. Let's do it. And and I feel like they've been really going a long way to pay homage to the different cultures, and they don't just like kind of like how a lot of companies used to do back in the day, is they don't use it for dress up, or they don't use it just for like, oh, let's exploit this. A lot of them have been like, no, we're going to really pay homage. I think that's why I like Moana so much, because it's so grounded in those Hawaiian folklore stories that and a lot of it is accurate. I mean, they twist some things here and there to make it fit within Disney and whatnot, but like for the large part, they do a really good job with it. All right, so Pixar. Sometimes I forget that Pixar is owned by Disney because they make such different kind of movies. But they're going to be doing a movie called Win or Lose. Let's see. It's about a middle school softball team. All right. Hey, I'm sure it'll be great. And then obviously this one, Turning Red, with the red panda. Oh my God, I love red pandas so much. I don't know what they're going to do with the red panda, but this just right here, just looking at this screen grab, I want to watch that movie. I would want to watch this movie because I love red pandas. They're the best. They're the best. There's going to be Turning Red and Lightyear. Chris Evans is going to do the voice of Space Ranger. So Lightyear is going to be, wow. Okay. So we have Chris Evans coming in, and so it's called Lightyear. So it's going to be a Buzz Lightyear animated show. Yes. That I had actually heard that they were going to do that like over a decade ago, or even 15 years ago, I think, where they were talking about doing a spinoff of Lightyear, of Buzz Lightyear. And he did have his animated series for a while, but I had heard that they were going to do a full-on 3D one a long time ago. I feel like this one has been in the works. I might have to do more research on that, but I feel like it's probably been in the works forever, because oh my God, they've been talking about wanting to do a 3D Buzz Lightyear show forever. So, but yeah, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. I mean, and it looks like there's going to be new Disney Plus series inside Pixar Popcorn, Doug Days, and Cars. Oh, Cars. But Soul looks really good. So the upcoming feature film Soul is going to be debuting on Disney Plus, and that's what I'm talking about. Is they're going to be doing a lot of this stuff. The short film Burrow, cool, I'm all for that. But Soul looks amazing, and the fact that it's going to debut on Disney Plus, bam, like that's a selling point in my opinion. All right, so now let's get to the Marvel stuff, which I feel like that's the stuff that I was here for, just in general. And you're saying that it's a Buzz Lightyear movie, not show. Oh, no, that is actually pretty cool. Although, Buzz was always my least favorite of the characters. It's funny, like Buzz and Woody I didn't care for either of them. I didn't like them. When they introduced Forky, I was like, yes, Forky, he's awesome. Dark Phoenix, then they have a Buzz Lightyear cartoon at one point, and I did mention that. Yeah, they used to have a cartoon. I didn't like the cartoon. So hopefully the movie, not TV show, hopefully the movie does better. But let's talk Marvel stuff, because this was the stuff I was super excited about. So let's get to it. Obviously, I'm gonna skip that obvious thing there. So the MCU's exciting future includes 3 new series. Secret Invasion, starring Samuel L. Jackson. That's going to be great. Ironheart. Yes. Yes. I love Ironheart. Dominique Thorne is going to be playing Ironheart. Not everybody likes Ironheart, but I love me some Riri. I love me some Riri. And then Armor Wars, starring Don Cheadle as War Machine, who faces Tony Stark's worst fears. Okay, I didn't think that they were going to give Don Cheadle his own show. I mean, so those 3 announcements on top of the shows that we already knew were coming to Disney Plus, that's really cool. The whole point of the Secret Invasion too. I love Secret Invasion. I love Ironheart. Armor Wars sounds good. War Machine isn't necessarily one of my favorite characters, but I feel like they're going to do them good. I mean, I really liked they kind of used War Machine. They kind of used Rhodey, I guess probably not in the suit, but they used Rhodey as a little bit of like comic relief in the last few Avengers movies and like Endgame. So which was good, but I would be interested to see now what ends up coming of him having his own show. All right, so this is already in addition to the lineup that we already know of: WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, What If, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. See, that's actually the first one I've heard about that, and a new original short, I Am Groot. Woo! All right. Today they also revealed 2 feature films: Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Yes, another Ant-Man and the Wasp. I was very excited to hear about that. That's the third one. Fantastic Four. And I knew that they had already started shooting some Fantastic Four, and I knew that they were already in talks. And so I knew that stuff was already happening with Fantastic Four. So it's nice to have it now officially announced, because before everything's rumors, and rumors are what they are. Like, sometimes they're true, sometimes they're half true. You have to take them with a grain of salt. It's good to see that one was real. And obviously, the upcoming feature films include Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings, not 5 Rings. I was going in a different Asian, that was an RPG, Legend of the 5 Rings. Eternals, Doctor Strange, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther 2, Blade, Captain Marvel 2, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I think one thing that they did mention here, and wow, so many things, this is going to be so good. One thing that they also mentioned was that they are definitely not recasting T'Challa, which is definitely the way to go. Please don't do that, because Chadwick Boseman was T'Challa. So I'm definitely happy that they are making that decision, that they're definitely not going to do that. However, that is definitely going to bring up the question of who is going to be the new Black Panther. And I feel like the Black Panther, and this might need to be a whole separate video, but the idea of the Black Panther is set up for lineage. So I mean, it doesn't make any sense to replace him. It's in the canon that if you can't be the Black Panther anymore, you pass it on and somebody else is the Black Panther now. So why skirt the story that you're already there? You know, it's already there. Why skirt it anyway? Madness Arcade. The movie isn't about the Buzz the toy, it's about the Buzz franchise. Well, and yeah, that's cool. Well, and that might make it more that I like it, because I don't really like Buzz. But and then I'm a bit disappointed that Sophia Wiley isn't playing Ironheart. I loved her portrayal in Marvel Rising, but I'm still excited for the show. But Marvel Rising that's an animated show, isn't it? Like, you can do a voice for it and maybe not play the part right. I don't know. I'm excited just to see what they do. I trust Marvel. Like, every time I'm like, ooh, it really, that's what you guys are going to do? I'm always pleasantly surprised with what they're doing. But this is honestly just so many things that are coming. I'm gonna skip ESPN stuff, and that's it. So, oh my god, there's a ton. There's like a ton of stuff here. And a lot of it again we knew, but some of it we didn't. And I love the idea that we're gonna be getting this stuff soon as well. It, 2021 is only a few weeks away, and that's when we start to get a lot of this amazing stuff. And again, all of this is to make Disney Plus that one place that you're gonna go. And Disney has gone into a lot of trouble and a lot of like hard work to make it so that they are one of the largest companies, so that whenever they jumped into the streaming game, they gonna change it all up. It's gonna be they reckon it all for everybody. I think it's gonna be really, really fun though. So that's most of the announcements. Let me see what you're saying here. I heard the movie is going to have two Black Panthers, Shuri and a male one, so people theorize it's M'Baku. It could be. I mean, Shuri is the obvious choice, not only because she would technically be the next one in line as the same family and whatnot. She would need to fight for it though, as that's the whole point, right? She represents her one family line. She'd have to go and fight for it and see if she won. But with all of that said, she also was the Black Panther in the comics. So when they couldn't find the Black Panther, she was the one who took his place. So it makes 100% sense for Shuri to be it. If they were going to have two, M'Baku would be a good second choice, except that I won't even say except, because I was gonna say, because like M'Baku has kind of come around and he's been better. he became a good guy at the end and whatnot. But I feel like honestly, if they were to go in the direction of having it be two different ones, I think that undercuts the importance of the Black Panther. I think that would undercut the importance of Shuri being the Black Panther if they were like, oh, but also he's the Black Panther too. It'd be like, but really though? I like the idea of, like the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Even Captain America didn't like just throw his shield in the middle of them and say, figure it out yourselves. He's like, no, you, Sam, obviously you're going to be it. And, the rest of the show is going to be a lot about them kind of exploring why Cap chose Sam and not Bucky, and, them competing and them kind of trying to one up each other. Like, it's going to be a lot of that, very Bucky Cop. But all still kind of questioning, like, why did it get passed down to one person and not another? And I guess it could go that same route with the Black Panther stuff. I think, but I do think that it would undercut the importance of who the Black Panther is. Like, there's never, in the canon of it, there's not supposed to be more than one. There's just supposed to be the one at any given time. But who knows? Again, if they did it, and I know that if they went that route, it would be good, because they're really taking a lot of care with their stories that they tell. Let's see here. I don't think you mentioned everything. There is a Percy Jackson show. Yes, mentioned that at the beginning. I went through the whole thing here on D23. But no, there's so many good things here. But I want to know, what are you guys most excited about? Let me know about all of that stuff down in the comments. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about all of this stuff, guys. And obviously, if there's any of these that you would want to see reviews or discussions about, jot those stuff down in the comments and let me know what you guys are thinking, and I'll make sure that we do a lot more videos about that stuff. 2020 has not been kind to the channel. We've been trying to get out a video a week, and we've been okay with that, and sometimes not. But definitely in 2021, we're going to go back to a more consistent schedule. But in the meantime, thank you all for coming to the turnout. Thanks for showing up. I've been your host, Aloy. I should probably say that correctly. I've been your host, Aloy. This has been the turnout. Thanks for showing up. We'll check you in the next video.